In obituary news this morning, Ms. Maxine Goodgame Moon, age 76 of Sylacauga, died at her residence yesterday. She was a retired educator in the Talladega County school system. Many of you remember Ms. Goodgame Moon, and she meant a lot to a lot of people. And Courteous & Son Funeral Home will announce the arrangements there. Funeral service for Alice Harmon, age 91 of Wagufka. That service will be this morning at 11 a.m. from Courteous & Son North, with the Reverend Jimmy Brown officiating. Burial in the Mount Moriah Cemetery. Online condolences at courteoussandsonfh.com. Courteous & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel directing. Funeral service for Mr. John Earl Bates, age 87 of Sylacauga, will be Saturday at Day Spring Worship Center Assembly of God at 2 o'clock, with the Reverend Nathan Pascal officiating. Burial in the Sycamore Cemetery. The body will lie in state at the church on Saturday from 1 until 2. Visitation Friday night, 5 till 8 at Courteous & Son North. Mr. Bates passed away Tuesday, January the 11th at Sylacauga Health. Mr. Bates died January the 1st at Sylacauga Health and Rehab. He's retired from the city of Sylacauga as an animal control officer. Online condolences at courteoussandsonfh.com. Courteous & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel directing. Yvonne Brown, age 81 of Talladega, died December 31st. Funeral service at 11 o'clock Saturday at New Hope Baptist Church in Talladega, with David Gaither and Joe Daniel officiating. Burial in the Providence Cemetery in Clay County. The family will receive friends beginning at 10 o'clock, also at New Hope Baptist Church. Mrs. Brown was a native to Talladega and lived most of her life in the city of Talladega and a member of the New Hope Baptist Church. Online condolences at EarthstreetFuneralHome.com. Earthstreet Funeral Home, Talladega directing. Mr. James Z. Fomby, age 66, died January 2nd. Online condolences at terrysmortuary.com. Terry's Metropolitan Mortuary in Talladega will announce the arrangements. Funeral service for Mr. Bobby Speak, age 76 of Alexander City, will be Saturday at 11 from the chapel of Radley Funeral Home, with Dr. Steve King and Reverend Bill Stinson officiating. Burial in the Hillview Memorial Park with veterans honors provided by the Alexander City Veterans Honor Guard. The family receiving friends Friday evening, 5 till 8 o'clock at the funeral home. Mr. Speak died Tuesday, January 1st at Grandview Medical Center. He was a member of the First Baptist Church of Alexander City, where he served as deacon. He also served in the United States Air Force from 1960 to 1963, and he was a letter carrier for the United States Postal Service for some 25 years. The family will accept flowers or memorial contribution can be made to the First Baptist Church of Alexander City or to the Tallapoosa Christian Crisis Center in Alexander City. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at radleyfuneralhome.com. Radley Funeral Home directing. Funeral service for Reuben Blake Kennedy Jr., age 32, will be 11 o'clock Friday at First Baptist Church in Ashland, with Pastor Jason Wilson officiating. Burial in the Ashland City Cemetery. Mr. Kennedy died Friday, December 28th in Ashland. And he was a member of the First Baptist Church of Ashland, Alabama. The family receiving friends tonight, 5:30 to 8 o'clock at the funeral home, Benefield Funeral Home in Ashland, in charge of the arrangements. Online condolences at BenefieldFuneralHome.com. Funeral service for Mrs. Betty Jean Dark Payne, age 87 of Kellyton, will be Saturday at 2 o'clock from Kellyton First United Methodist Church, with the Reverends Mike Jackson and David Bailey officiating. Burial in the Kellyton Memory Gardens. The family receiving friends at noon until 2 o'clock on Saturday at Kellyton First United Methodist Church. Mrs. Payne died December 29th at her residence. She was a member of the Kellyton First United Methodist Church. The family will accept flowers or memorial contribution can be made to the Kellyton First United Methodist Church, 5 Smyrna Road in Kellyton, 35089. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at radleyfuneralhome.com. Radley Funeral Home directing. And funeral service for Hazel M. Frost, age 86, will be today at 1 o'clock from Midway Memory Gardens Funeral Home Chapel, with Brother Brian Blakely officiating. The family will receive friends 12:30 until service time. Mrs. Frost died December 31st at Coosa Valley Medical Center. She was a member of the Plainview Baptist Church. Midway Memory Gardens Funeral Home in charge of the arrangements. This obituary report this morning brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. 256-245-4361 for pre-need funerals, burials, or cremation since 1975. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.